Okay guys, so here's the second part. Here we have our digital multimeter reading. It's at 1.16 voltages, 1.16 volts. Alright, here's a motherboard and everything. Let me zoom out here. Alright, so here's the Extreme 6. Back on the thing, you see the gold caps. The two wires running below right here on my finger, and they're connected by alligator clips to this voltage meter right here. So now we're in Windows, we're all good. Let's restart for a second. And test some LLC out, shall we? Restart, please. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to go in the UEFI. I'm going to show you some settings. Now our voltage is 1.299. I have no idea why. Maybe it was overclocked and had failed. Oh yeah, here we go. 4.5 gigahertz. I did the turbo 4.6 profile. 445x for the CPU multiplier. 100x on the base clock. Everything is set up right. Internal peak voltage. Okay, now let's go to voltages. Okay, I have set 1.3 volts, alright, level 4. Level 4 is the lowest. Level 1 is the strongest LLC, okay? Level 1 is the strongest. As you can see here, this graph, I don't know if you can see if the light is too much. It's so white behind it. But you can kind of see level 1 is right here, that's the least droop. Level 2 is a little bit more droop. Level 3 is a little less droop. Level 4 is down here, and level 5 is there. As we will see in this video, ASRock's levels have totally been, they're really crazy, alright? So let's just take a look. I've set level 1. Alright, level 1 set. And you can see the graph now, right? Level 1 is the least amount of droops. This is V-core, and this is loading. So when the loading increases, this voltage will stay the same. Level 2 will drop the voltage a little bit as load increases. Level 3 will drop even more, level 4 even more, and level 5 will drop the most. This is very important to note. Now let's take a look at this so we can see that everything I'm saying is true. Fixed mode voltage, LLC level 1, the strongest level of LLC. Alright? And we'll press, let's turn down this fan because it is really loud. CPU fan 1 and 2 setting. Well, this ain't CPU fan 1. That's chassis fan 1 setting. Full on, manual, level 1 please. Turn it all the way down, level 1. Alright, it's really loud. I guess it doesn't work for a 3-pin fan connector. Let's try chassis fan 2 while Windows loads. Where's chassis fan 2? Whatever. Maybe it's best that way because 1.3 volts the way it's doing. Alright, look at this. I set 1.3 volts and I have 1.32 volts real. Let's see what CPU-Z tells me I have. CPU-Z is saying 1.296 volts. You guys see that, right? Or 9.288, and I'm still at 1.32 volts. Let me move it down here so everyone can see. Let me turn the resolution down so perhaps you can see in a better light. Okay, now we can all see, right? 1.296. $1.320, right? It's going 1.288, 1.320, but it's steady. There's no load at all. Let's just put some light loading with HyperPi. Or W prime, whichever loads first, right? Alright, 3770K, 8 threads. Apply setting of 8 threads. Save. You guys see this, okay? Now I'm going to start W prime, alright? And we'll see the voltage, see what changes. Remember, this is real voltage. Let me see if I can get a light shined on there. 1.32, and 288 is what CPU-Z is showing. We're gonna run 1024. Alright, so we're loading. Look at that, shot up to 1.373 and one up to 1.304. Isn't that nuts? CPU-Z is basically showing no change. However, real voltage is showing 1.364. Now, if that's not scary, you tell me what is. That's why your temperatures are much higher than what you think should happen for 1.3 volts. Now, let's turn off CPU-Z and see where they rebound. Back to 1.320. I guess it's very slow on the transient. And 1.288. 1.29, whatever. So we're not even close. Let's try another level of LLC. See how far off we are on that one. Please restart. Quicker. Alright. So now let's go and change the level of LLC. Let's go level 2. Most people pick level 2. Why? They pick level 2 because it's the second highest level. That means they don't want so much increase under load. They just want a decent LLC. However, let's see what happens. Now instead of 1.320, under load it's bouncing up and down. However, we're going to probably get 1.312 as your idle voltage. Alright. CPU-Z. Let's see what you got for me. Come on, baby. Okay, 1.280 and 1.313. So you can see it's slightly lower. However, let's run W prime again. Now W prime is a pretty heavy load. It loads all threads and it gets your CPU pretty hot. However, it's not even as intensive as prime 95. That means that your voltage is going to go to more of extent up if the voltage rises under load, or lower if the voltage drops under load. However, it gives you very decent shot. Alright, ready? Set. Are you ready for the surprise now, ladies and gentlemen? Remember, this is the fake voltage. This is the real voltage. This is the voltage that AceRock reports from the Nuvoton Super I/O. This is the real voltage that God intends you to see. Alright, load is being applied. Voltage jumping up to 1.34. And CPU-Z only showing 1.28, as if the voltage doesn't change. However, the voltage is jumping up at least 20 millivolts, almost 30 millivolts, right? That's pretty insane. 20 to 30 millivolt increase, that's going to get your CPU hot. Remember, I had set 1.3 volts. So people are thinking that, oh, I set 1.3 volts with level 2. The voltage is actually dropping a little bit under what I set. No, it's actually 0.4 voltage up above what you set, under load. If that's not insane, I don't know what is. So let's turn off the load and see what happens. Bounce back to 1.315. Gonna go down 1.32 again. And 1.288. As if the voltage just dropped to 1.280 under load or something.